Okay, so first I'm going to start by giving her a quick cleanse, and I'm using the Neutrogena Hydrating Cleansing Wipes. They're really good for removing your makeup and just giving you an overall quick cleanse prior to putting your makeup on. And then I'm going to moisturize her using the Tatcha Indigo Cream and the Josie Maran Light Argan Oil. I like this oil as a primer. I don't have to use a primer after putting this on. It just lets the skin lay down really smooth, and it keeps the skin nice and dewy looking in pictures. I love it. I'm pressing it into the skin so that it penetrates the skin deeply versus rubbing it into the skin. Next, I'm going to go ahead and prime her eyes using the Lay and Low Paint Pot from MAC. It looks like clay on the inside, but I love it. And I'm going to just wipe off her eyes to remove any oil so that we have a nice matte surface for any eyeshadow application. And I'm starting by applying it on the lash line with my flat concealer brush and then just blending it out to the lid. I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye. Next, I'm going to go ahead and lay her brows down using the Benefit Browvo Conditioning Primer. Y'all know I love this stuff. It has a comb on it, so you don't need a spoolie. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And then I'm going to use the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 5 to fill in her brows. Now, she has very full brows. I really don't have to do much, but there are some areas that are sparse. So just so they can be even, I'm going to go ahead and lightly fill those in. I started at the front, but not in the very beginning, and then I combed that color through, and I'm filling in her brows with the bottom line. In order to make sure the brow stays as natural as possible, be sure to comb that color through while you're applying it so you can check your work and see if you have enough color there or if you need to add some more. Remember, it's always easier to add more, but it's so much harder to take some away. Now I'm coloring in the top of her brow and the inside of her brow and just making sure it's nicely groomed and even. We'll do the same thing to the other one. And these are her brows before concealer. Now I'm going to take the Studio Finish Concealer from MAC in shade NW40, and I'm going to start right at her arch and just bring that out. And then I'm going to blend that to the front lightly so that we don't have that halo effect there. You do not need much product at all, y'all. I shouldn't see your concealer. And then I'm going to drag that down to serve as a brow highlight. Brows, bomb. Next, I'm going to put Saddle, which is a transition color that I'm going to use. It's a really light brown. It's from MAC. I'm just putting this in her crease. Next, I'm going in with this gold eyeshadow from Urban Decay. I will list the name of it below for you all. And I'm just packing it on with my brush. I'm not sure which brush this is, but I'll list that for you down low. And then I'm going to blend that softly on the lid so that we don't have any harsh lines. Very pretty. And now I'm adding this brown. I believe this is Embark from MAC. And I'm just adding it to her outer corner to give her some more depth. I want to blend that up. You can see there, it fits her eye shape perfectly. And just keep blending. Now I took my 217 brush to blend it out even more, even softer. I don't want to have a harsh line, but I do want to have that nice depth right there on the outer corner. And doing the same thing on the other eye. Now, going into my favorite eyeshadow, this is the True Gold Pigment from Bare Minerals. So pretty, y'all. Look at that. I did wet my brush. It's the same brush that I applied the first gold eyeshadow with. And I'm packing this onto the center of her lid. Not on the entire lid, but on the center. Because I want it to pop in pictures. That's a good trick. Whenever you want your eyes to pop, just place a nice bright color in the center of the eye. And now I'm cleaning out that fallout so that we don't have any of that there for when we apply the face makeup. Next, I'm going to apply her lashes. These are lashes from Makeup Academy, and these are their Glamour lashes. I purchased these from Rite Aid, I believe. Always my go-to place whenever I'm last minute. And I'm just placing those in the middle and then tacking on those ends using my tweezers. And just playing with them to make sure they blend in nicely and they are secure. And there they are. Beautiful. Now I'm going to take Blacktrack eyeliner from MAC, and I'm going to apply this using my angle brush. Keeping this really close to the lash line. I'm also going over top of the lash band so that it blends into the eye more. Getting right inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend those lashes in with some mascara so the natural lashes and the falsies are seamless. Okay, time for the face. Now this is the color corrector from MAC. It's the burnt orange. So I'm just going to take this and apply this underneath her eye area. Y'all know I love a good color corrector. It just goes ahead and eliminates all dark circles so you don't have to use too much product when it comes time for concealer. And I'm just going to press that in with my finger. I don't want to have any texture, so I want it to be nice and smooth. And if you can see the difference, you see that her right eye is the one without the color corrector, and I don't even have concealer on yet. So this is the foundation that I'm using. It's from the Graftobian palette. I'm just placing it on first, and then I'm going to place and blend. Place and blend. Place and blend. Now I'm taking that same Studio Finish concealer in NW40 from MAC, and I'm placing this underneath her eye. I dropped it down low because I'm sculpting her face for her contour. As you can see, her contour line is right there, and so I can bring her concealer that far down because I want to shape her face and make it look a little slimmer. Just placing that all underneath her eye. I'm going to take that concealer to cut that eyeshadow and make it sharper. Now I'm taking my moist beauty blender. Yes, it's wet, and I'm just blending that out underneath her eye. I love how the beauty blender does that. And now I'm taking my Ben Eye powder in Camel. Yes, they have more colors than banana. Did y'all know that? And before I apply, I'm going to smooth out those lines again, and then I'm going to take my triangular shaped wedge and press that into underneath the eye. On my last video, I did tell you all that you all don't have to bake, but for this look, I am going to allow her to bake. And by baking, I mean I'm going to allow the powder to sit on her face while I do something else and then come back to it. I'm just placing the powder on top of every area that I place concealer. You all didn't see the line here or at the bottom that I put, but I did put that there as well as the bridge of her nose to contour. Now I'm taking Blunt Blush from MAC, and I'm going to contour the hollows of her cheeks. You can see that coming straight out. Checking it to make sure that it's in line with the other side of her face, and sweeping it up the sides of her temple. I don't have to do much to the sides of her temple because she has really small sides of her face, so I don't have to shape that too much. And sweeping that all the way down to her jawline as well. Not keeping it in a straight line, but brushing it down to her neck as well. And then doing the same to the other side. Now I'm going to contour her forehead. I'm just sweeping that blunt powder right across. And I'm taking my 217 brush from MAC, and I'm going to contour her nose, starting right where her eyebrow and nose bridge meet, and just coming down the sides of her nose. Doing the same thing on the other side. just blending that down. Now I'm going to blend it down the sides of her nose so that it doesn't have one straight line and look like it's a burnt piece of something on her nose. And I'm just going to dust off that Ben Nye powder. This is a clean brush. It has nothing on it. Just sweeping off that powder. And as you can see, her face now appears slimmer. Taking my blush from Black Up, I will list the shade below. I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and I did. This is the Gold Deposit highlighter from MAC. I'm just placing this and rolling this on the apples. I'm sorry, not the apples, but the high points of her cheeks. And I'm rolling it. As I mentioned before, I roll it because it makes the pigment appear brighter versus continuously adding more and more product where you're going to see it. You want to just make sure you're rolling it so the finely milled particles that are inside of the highlighter come through. Okay? And now I am going to apply a lip primer. This is MAC's Prep and Prime lip primer that I'm applying on her lips just as a base. And I'm applying a berry color lip liner from NYX on her lips. I'm going to fill in her lips with this as well. She has very full lips. I love it. And now I'm going to go ahead and blend that in so that the lines do not appear too harsh. And the color is nice and soft. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply her lipstick. This is also from NYX. I will list the shade below in the comment section. And I'm just filling it in with my lip pencil. I'm sorry, my lip brush. Blending it nice and smooth so that you don't see any harshness. Next, I'm taking a lip tar from OCC, my Sephora babies. Y'all know about this. They no longer carry them in Sephora, but they are online still. However, they don't have the same shades, but check them out. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara to her bottom lashes so they can pop as well. This is the Hot and Naughty mascara from MAC. I'm spraying her face to finish her off with Makeup Forever's finishing spray. Love it. Pressing it into the skin. And she is done. Yes, girl. So thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please comment below. Let me know what you all want to see coming forth. If you love this video as much as I love making it for you, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I can't say it enough. Make sure you check out my website, www.facetimewithvee.com. Also, follow me on Instagram at facetimewithvee. And for any questions or inquiries, make sure you hit my email at facetimewithvee@gmail.com. Thank you.